honest mistakes, when to buy and when to sell based on a strategy and a plan, how to protect your investments against inflation, and so much more. Click the link below and sign up for a free trading and investing workshop right here in Atlanta.
Got this man Donkey Kong looking fucking like a horny gorilla. I thought he was supposed to be a cartoon character. Am I sounding better now? I think so. Hold on, my battery dying? The fuck? My shit ain't charging? Oh, we got an emergency. Damn, I can't believe this thing lasted that long. Yeah, now the battery. Okay, good. Oh, my shit wasn't charging. Oh man, what's been going on, man? Yeah, shit, I was supposed to get on a couple of days ago, man. I was sick for like about a whole week. I think the last time I started streaming, you all heard me coughing a little bit, man. I had a real bad cough, like for like fucking like a whole week straight, at least 2 nights straight. I couldn't even sleep. They say that it's some super flu bullshit going on out here now, so hopefully I didn't get nothing similar to that. Oh yeah, I'm better now, man. Shit, I think I had really just got better like the other day. I damn near was gonna take some antibiotics. I don't even like usually taking them shits, cause those shits will knock me out, but they give me the weirdest feeling. Man, I know I'm gonna keep my promise with y'all, like I told y'all in the past. I know I was telling Alex and support gaming this, but pretty soon we're gonna do like some live TV show and game, like TV show and like movie reviews. But unfortunately, like sometimes it's depending on exactly what movie you do, you're gonna have to deal with copyright issues. But I got some of the old classic like ninja movies from like that were made in like China back in the '80s and stuff like that. And I like watching those kind of movies because for some reason, you get so caught up in watching the American cinema style. You want to see like how other countries, like what are they ways of making movies, like what's their style. And I always like those Chinese movies, like especially like the ninja assassin movies and and all that. And it's gonna be a couple of them I got that I don't think you could. I know some of them I've seen online, but I know that I have one of them in specifically that's probably my favorite of all time, and that one I haven't seen online. I haven't found it anywhere. And We gonna watch that one. Probably. I mean, I want to get through this Resident Evil stream first. So maybe after I get through this, we could probably start that. But I know I promised y'all that when February hits, I'm gonna start like doing live. I'm gonna start doing giveaways in the live stream. So basically, for whomever joins in and damn the damn cough coming at. I shouldn't even talk about it. But whoever could like join into the live streams and win little trivia and stuff like that, I'll ship out the merchandise. And like I said, I think I showed all that in the last. I know I showed it. Yeah, I showed all that in the last stream. So like, if you want to kind of get an idea of like how some of the merch I have does look, you could go back in the old stream. And maybe after I get done with this, I'll timestamp it and maybe do a post it in like on the channel page, so that like if you want to see like how the different variety of shirts and belts and wristbands, and I only got one color bag, but just basically all the different varieties of the stuff I do have. I'm gonna just give that stuff away. I'm not even gonna be selling that stuff because that was my initial plan. So the backpack's hard. Them backpacks fire. I mean, I'm not sure how old you are, Cloak, but I'm 34 years old, and when I was in high school, in middle school, like really like going into high school, around like 2005, 2006, like back in that time, all we wore in school, we didn't wear like the big old, book bags. Like we used to wear the jump strap, the little knapsack strap bags that basically like you use for like sports and stuff. Like they used to, like Nike used to have them. Like every like athletic brand had those bags. So when I was growing up, I always wanted to have my own that I made. So I ended up like buying some of them and made them. But I really now want to have like official like bags, because even when I go and do my job, like I be needing like an actual book bag, like a work bag that I could have, like a more heavy duty book bag. But the ones I have now are like just the little gym strap bags. And like I said, I'm gonna timestamp the stream from the last one and then put those in the post, so that you can kind of see the variety. Because I mean, more than likely everybody that's joining the stream, y'all gonna get free merch. I mean, y'all pull up every single time, you know what I'm saying? So rather the trivia shit is won or not, I mean, y'all are just giving y'all information. And like I said, I'll ship all that stuff out to y'all probably sometime in February. Oh, 27? Oh yeah, man. Yeah, that's kind of a different age gap with us. Like that's like a 7-year gap. Yeah, you an official Gen Z. I mean, shit. Both generations are pretty much going through the same shit out here. I mean, we all going through the same rituals, so it ain't like it's too much of a difference, to be honest. Oh wow, since the teenage. Oh wow, that's crazy. Yeah, sometimes it's insane when I see some people on here saying, man, like I saw your videos when I was like in middle school and stuff like that. I think to myself like, damn, like I guess when I was making this stuff when I was grown, I wasn't thinking like, it was gonna be somebody much, much, much younger watching this stuff, and they literally were gonna be growing up watching it like I grew up watching stuff on TV and cartoons and stuff like that. The stuff that pretty much influenced this channel. So yeah, man, I appreciate that, man. Like I said, that's a hell of an accolade for me that I actually created content that somebody grew up watching. Hopefully I'll be able to raise another generation, but the next generation is coming up, man. They probably won't even. They're gonna be so watered down and so microwaved down that they not even gonna be able to appreciate content that I did. I'm gonna be honest, man. The millennials, like we consume like the best content, honestly. Like I don't think we created shit. Like this millennial generation hadn't really created nothing, to be honest. Like as far as like anything that's been like good and like memorable, like we really haven't. I mean, like a lot of the stuff this generation really that because I mean really, more I think about it, like when I was growing up, most of the stuff I was influenced by, most of those people, their age group were like, they were in their late 20s and 30s, and maybe some even in their early 40s. Y'all got to think about all the games that I reviewed growing up, like the Death Trap Dungeons and the Grand Theft Autos. Like most of those people at that time that were creating them games were like my age now. So I wouldn't say that the millennial generation really created shit. We just were born at the right time, right in between that analog age and the digital age and that transitional period. So where we were able to just consume the best stuff, but we haven't really created a damn thing. I feel like this generation honestly is good at like um understanding understanding that how things used to be and then what it is now, and like making a bridge between the two. I think that we're good at doing that. I mean, hopefully that's what I'm good at doing, because that's essentially all I'm doing. I mean, I haven't done nothing but talked about games from the 1990s, and honestly, I was barely able to even open my eyes when I was playing these games, but they were out, and I remember playing them. So you should do that. It's a lot of guys I've watched on YouTube. It's one guy I just got done watching his video. His name is like Babylon Loner, and for some reason, a lot of his videos are like centered around talking about, like, I guess, being burnt from not being in a relationship and not having like the right type of girl around, and just feeling like that, like things seem kind of more just like done for, and and kind of lost and hopeless. Like he kind of like talks about things from that standpoint, and a lot of the stuff he says, I mean, it's like very good points. But I guess with me being somebody that's 7 years older, like I can't really like relate to all of it. I mean, I understand some of it, but like I said, I don't feel as down in the dumps and as defeated as like a lot of these like Gen Z guys feel. Like I will say that's the difference between millennials and Gen Z. Like millennials, it's like we still had the digital stuff and all that, but we still grew up in an analog age where we were forced to go to church, we were forced to go outside, we were forced to go out. You can't watch TV until 6 o'clock this evening. You got to stay outside and fucking go play with ants and dirt, and go play in the creek somewhere. We were forced to make friends. Saying we didn't have the internet. You had to have money to have the internet back in the early 2000s. Now that I really look back on it, so everybody didn't have it. So everybody was still stuck in the analog age. Like, like I said, I didn't get a DVD player until 2003. Which was my PlayStation 2. Before that, I still had a VCR. So, we still were stuck in like the old times, but we also got forced into the quick fast times that's now. So I will say that because of those experiences, we kind of had to really deal with society at hand. Like I said, you had to go out and talk to people. Like you had to make friends, and and that was what we were used to. So honestly, like when we got to college and shit like that, it was fun because, like I said, like everybody kind of was like doing the same thing. I couldn't imagine what it would be like now with what a lot of kids that's in college, like what their experiences would be. They wouldn't be doing shit like me and Everyday Struggle used to do when we were in school. I guarantee a lot of their experiences aren't as social like that. A lot of them probably all like it's probably some weird shit like where they all living in the same apartment, barely talk to each other, and they all live in their own room and probably chat through like fucking Messenger on Facebook or some shit like that. It's just a weird time, man. Oh yeah, if your older brother's 36, oh yeah, he definitely he the same age as my older brother. Damn, y'all got a hell of an age gap. That's a 9-year gap. That's kind of how it is with me and my sister, though. I mean, but I didn't live with my sister. That was on my dad's side. Cause me and her got a 9-year gap. But it's like we're like we live two totally different lives. Like, you know what I'm saying? Her life, I think, was much easier than what we had. It's like we still are millennials, but her years of being a millennial were much easier than the years we had in 2000s. My boy Alex, what's going on? Just sit here chopping it up. We would just sit here comparing the generations with millennials and Gen Z. Yeah, man. The more I think about it, it's pretty much the same experience. It's like same experiences, like the same experiences with women. Like we had, like I said, I had the same thing. Like I would say that it's harder for y'all now because like yeah, these women, they 20s and stuff are just confused as hell. I will say that yeah, when I was growing up, most girls they were still aspiring to be maybe a professional doctor or a professional healthcare physician or something like that. Yeah, it seemed like a lot of girls growing up now they immediately aspiring to do something digital. So I mean that's too many expectations. Yeah, my sister has a big ass house way up in fucking Sugar Hill. Even if you never heard of the town Sugar Hill, that don't even sound like a town where a broke motherfucker or a homeless motherfucker is. She got a big ass house out there. She married. She got damn working insurance. You know what I'm saying? Like yeah, she living her life, going be traveling to Dubai and all type of shit. Women just have it much easier. You know what I'm saying? It's like that guy Babylon Loner said. I guess when you an SS man, life is just always gonna be deemed with its challenges, but hey, it ain't nothing I ain't used to. Yep, Sugar Hill, Georgia. Thought that shit was made up too. I'm like, damn, when AZ said I want to chill on Sugar Hill, I thought he was making that up. Maybe that's a real town here. Go ahead and crank up this Resident Evil for y'all. Get ready to run into my boy the Regenerator. Other than that, y'all been alright though? Shit, like I was just telling Alex that the reason I ain't get on the last couple of days, man, I was coughing so bad. As a matter of fact, that was 12 days ago. I just saw on my post when I streamed the last time, and that was when the cough started. Cause I just noticed it started like that same fucking day. My throat was just so scratchy, and I usually know like when my throat gets scratchy like this, I'm gonna have a really bad cold. And that shit started that night, I remember, and I was coughing, then the next day coughing. I know it got really bad when I started coughing and damn that shit, feel like I had just smoked a bowl, like I said, like, and you ain't even damn, it's like, I'm how the hell my lungs hurting, I ain't smoked all fucking day, like, this don't even make sense, like, my cough shouldn't feel this damn bad, and like I said, I ain't the type of person to go fly to no doctor, and, I mean, I don't even got the right health insurance for that, but I ain't the type of person to fly and do that. They ain't gonna do nothing but just prescribe you, some extra strong Tylenol or some shit like that anyway. It's like, you might as well just try to treat that myself. And did that, but it's like, but that shit lasted for like a couple of days. I'm like, damn, usually the cough, be gone after 3 or 4 days. That shit lasted like a week. And for like 2 nights, I swear to God, I could not sleep. I was coughing the whole fucking night. Oh man, what's going on with your job? Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man. That's another thing too, man. It's tough getting a job right now. It's really tough. I was just looking at this ABC documentary. They were explaining all these metrics and stuff of how it's like less jobs and all that. I mean, to be honest, even with the lower end shit, it's already like not like they paying you an adequate wage for you to really survive like that. So yeah, most of the jobs that you get now, yeah, it's guaranteed that it may not last no longer than like a year or two. I remember knowing all this shit when I graduated college, man. That's why people thought I was crazy. It's like, dude, I had a bachelor's degree. I had years of experience. I had writing experiences. I had did with other businesses and all that. But yet and still, when I got out of college, I went and worked straight at McDonald's because I knew this is a guaranteed check. And if I could just focus on some other shit while I'm at least getting this guaranteed check here, then that'll make my life easier instead of having to focus on something that may pay $6 or $7 more an hour, but it's not changing nothing in my lifestyle but just creating more responsibility that somebody else is basically benefiting from. And like I said, and it's not really getting me further ahead. Like, I'd rather just take the easy road. Like, I remember when I used to work in the restaurant job, everybody used to always wonder, like, why this dude don't never want to get on the line and cook. Like, I always wanted to do the lowest position, so that way when you in the lowest position, you could always see all the bullshit going on up top. And you gonna be in control of basically how everybody gonna work, and you could work their job anyway, but they just not gonna really pay you. So I swear I used to do that. In every job I had, I would always take the lowest position just to see what's going on all the way up top. And that really is how you can really start and build a company. I swear to God, if you work in a restaurant, that's the greatest experience you can really have with knowing how all these fucking jobs out here work. You know, to be honest, I made a video on that, and and you know, a lot of people in you know, on YouTube, I noticed they all have an opinion, you know, about this subject. But like I said, I feel like you can't really have an opinion on the subject completely unless you've been through that ritual and that transition of having to do that, and just being all the way real with you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, from my complete overall experience, from somebody that went to elementary school, middle school, high school, college, and never stopped, like, year after year after year, from that transitional period, that was from 1996. No, I've been in school since 1994, since I was 3.5. So we said from 1994 to 2015, that was 21 years that basically I spent going to school year after year after year, from all these levels of what they said you're supposed to be doing to advance yourself. I will honestly say that college is only, it's useful if you understand how to think. Because I had a conversation with this girl the other day about that, and she got a master's degree in psychology, and it's like, I feel like it's very useful because it's gonna teach, and you would know. Like, when you somebody that's educated and went to college, and you understand that rhetoric and that regimen and that certain demand that they put on you, and that structure that they force, and that rigor that they train your mind to think like, you really would start to see the difference. You will see the difference between, like, you and people who didn't go to college. Damn, that's messed up, man. Dang, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, what she should do is just apply for unemployment. She should just go ahead and apply for unemployment. The disability thing, that's gonna take a long time to really clear, because even if everything is already, you know, certified as far as like with diagnoses and illnesses and stuff, but damn, that's messed up. Shit, yeah, that potentially could even be a lawsuit, you know. Yeah, that could be a lawsuit. That could be a lawsuit. You know, it's interesting, Alex. When I worked at and did that cleaning shit, I used to run that auto scrubber. I only did it one time. I remember, for like when I worked with W Services. But some of those things are very dangerous to use because they move fast as hell, and them shits them shits can get out of control. Like, if you get in a tight area and you trying to move somewhere and turn the thing real quick, like, yeah, that thing could be very dangerous. So yeah, like I say, the best thing she should do really is just go ahead and fight the lawsuit. She could even go ahead and probably collect unemployment, and then let them just deal with that. It's probably gonna take like a year, you know. But but the lawyers, what they do during that whole point in time, like whenever she needs money or anything like that, they gonna probably give her the information as far as what she got to do as far as like a loan and shit. Yeah, man. I hope everything go well with that. But we'll still be here. But yeah, situation like that's the same thing. My friend that's living with me now, she had got an accident. I helped her out for like a whole year. But man, that girl ended up, the case in the settlement. Let me tell y'all how this shit went, man. Man, she fucking fought this shit and changed like so many different lawyers because she wasn't consistently going to the appointments and stuff. She fucked around. The settlement was based off of the insurance of the Uber driver, whose policy I think was at like $100,000 because she sued the Uber driver's company, insurance company, because somebody hit them and then they drove off and she spun off of the freeway and got injured. So her shit went from fucking $100,000, bruh. Then the case ended up settling for 40 grand. She was supposed to get 20 out of that. But because she goddamn had to go, the only way you build the case is actually going to, therapy and going to get, medical treatment and stuff. So she built up $17,000 in medical expenses. She had to pay a retainer fee, and then she spent like fucking. The lawyer got like fucking $14,000 out of the shit. She basically only got like $7,000 out of 40. Like I'm talking about like it's like that's literally how that shit works. Like, so when you be seeing all those commercials that be showing like, oh, because here in Atlanta these motherfuckers be having rap songs and they be having all kind of. I should play y'all some of these silly ass commercials that they have here on the radio here in Atlanta, like with these lawyers trying to get injury settlements and stuff. Like these folks literally be having like rap songs on the fucking radio. Like these lawyers be like literally street artists on the fucking radio, bro. And these motherfuckers be saying how they getting motherfuckers $1 million settlements and all this shit. But I guarantee if you talk to these clients after all the medical expenses and retainer fees and all that shit being broken down, man, they probably only be left for like up to like maybe 10,000 at the most. Lawyers and insurance people are the biggest demons and devils on this planet. In fact, my insurance is due now. They can suck my balls. Dude, like I swear to God, if when next time you come here to Atlanta, just turn it to 94.5 or 96.1. I swear, they lawyers, they literally make rap songs here, bro. I'm not bullshitting. Oh yeah, she's good. I mean, well, I ain't gonna lie, she's older because she's 50 years old. So, when it happened, it kind of messed her back up a little bit. I mean, she's physically okay, but she probably gonna have some back pains for the rest of her life. Because even when I got hit that night when I showed y'all what happened to my car, matter of fact, I'm gonna show y'all my damn car. Let me see if I can do this. Show y'all my car. Man, let me show y'all my goddamn car. Bring it up. Damn, do I have pictures on here? I think I do. I don't really care what y'all see in my Google Drive. It ain't like it's nothing too serious. I'm talking about my shit was, man. All y'all gonna do is see a bunch of pictures of houses and maintenance shit. Let's see how far I can go back with this. Damn, man, I don't know how to do this. Yeah, this is gonna be too far back. Maybe one day when I can like really go in here and figure out how to get to it, because this probably gonna be too many pictures to go by. This was like way back in 2022. But I'm gonna show y'all one day. I'm gonna show y'all my car when my shit got messed up. And the funny thing is It's the shit happened to me again. Like but at least the little girl this time had pulled over. But the night I got hit a couple of years ago, I think it was a drunk Mexican guy. Because of the part of town I was in, and you know, in the atmosphere that, you know, that was going on. Usually some of them don't be legal, so some shit like that happened. And I'm not gonna lie, some of them can't drive either. So when that shit happened, like, yeah, he wasn't not about to pull over. But he messed my shit up though. But the little girl hit me this time because I was trying to make a left turn when I was driving. It was a street that was like hard to see. I kind of did at the last minute, but then she was driving up on me so close because, you know, she wasn't that experienced, and she ran right into the back of me. But at least she had pulled over. She didn't really do nothing but kind of knock my bumper off. But she fucked her car up. Like, her whole car got locked in. I remember her radiator started leaking. She had her front bumper was off. Like, she had did a lot of shit. That's why I need a truck. But my old car was a 97 Nissan Sentra, if you ever want to look it up. 1997, I missed that little old car. 1.6 liter engine. 13-inch wheels. Yeah, those F-150s are beasts. Those shits burn a lot of gas. Now I got my little old Toyota Camry. That's gonna be my little ride around car. I might end up probably buying me another car cash soon, because I feel like it's just always good to have like two vehicles, because you should have like one car you can have, like that's your main car, because man, this fucking car I'm still paying off. I got another year to pay it off though. So you got that, and then, you know, you should have like another little car you have for like maybe $2,000, $3,000 or something. It may only have like a couple of cosmetic issues, and maybe a, you know, something like the spark plugs, or, you know, hell, some simple like a throttle body may need to be replaced at some point. If I could deal with something like that, I'll have me like two vehicles that I can own, and that way, you know, that'll just make me secure, knowing that, hey, if something ever go wrong, then shit, I always got these two damn things. Yeah, if you got an F-150, you feel like God on the road. I think soon I'm gonna get an SUV, but man, I'm sick and tired of paying for gas, man, because it seems like I stay so far out now, and like everywhere I have to go, I have to go far, you know, because I'm not close to the city like I used to be, so I be having to go like way out and shit. So the gas is, you know, a motherfucker having to spend. Yeah, you definitely don't want to get in the way of an F-150. But those shits be pushing when you get on the highway. Like, some of these people I see on rainy days, like I kind of try to slow down, because it's hard for me. I don't know if it's just me or what, but, you know, or my windows or what, or my mirrors or what it is, but it seems like it gets harder for me to see. Like, when it rains really, really hard, it's almost like literally just whiteness I just see. But I be seeing some of these F-150s, and like those guys like coming, especially these Mexicans coming from out here, because that's where they be driving. Matter of fact, my neighbor has one. These motherfuckers be pushing 90, 80, 100 miles an hour, like I said, in the rain and them shits. Yeah, I can believe that. It's pretty cold down here. I'm so scared of sports coupes now. I don't know, man. After driving my little Nissan Sentra, that car sat so low. I don't want to drive no car for maybe like some years where that shit sits lower than like fucking like 16 the tire sits like lower than 16 inches. I don't want to sit nothing lower than that again. Man, to be honest, that guy just was drunk. You know, cause what happened, Cloak, I was coming from my friends, and imagine, it's just basically, I was going down this road called Indian Trail. It's just a long street that just goes basically east and west. It's a long street, like, you know, you don't have to worry about no sudden turns, or, you know, none of that. The guy, when I was driving and I had pulled out of the hotel, I pulled on Indian Trail, and I was at a light, and he pulled up behind me. he was just like driving up on me real close. And you know, usually, like I said, you could tell when somebody's drunk, you know, when they driving, because you could tell how they swerve the lanes. They driving, you know, 50, 60 miles an hour, but it's, you know, in a 40 mile per hour zone. You know, that's when you know somebody usually is drunk. So I just knew he was drunk. It was 10 o'clock, 10:30 that night. It was a Friday night, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I had literally just went over there and had came back from getting some weed. And I was fucking trying to get out. I was trying to get home, you know what I'm saying? Because I had 2 ounces of weed on me. And I just remember when he was driving up on me, he was like honking his horn. And I was like, why is this guy honking? Because it wasn't like I was driving slow. I was driving, you know, the speed limit. And he was honking his horn and like driving up on me real close. And I was just starting like, damn, what is he doing? Because, you know, like people here in Atlanta, you know, do a lot of weird shit. And then I remember as I was getting ready to turn right, going on Dickens Road, it was the road that basically goes west back to the city. I remember I was getting ready to turn right, and he came up behind me and like kind of just rammed into me like right when it was getting ready to go to an intersection at the light. And he had beat the light and just kept going. And when I was getting ready to turn right, he hit me on my driver's side right as I was turning right, and then just kept going. And I remember as I was driving, I just felt a big boom. And I kind of had jumped for a minute because I thought my fucking, you know, I didn't realize that like the back windshield is made out of plexiglass. So the friction of an accident is not going to cause that glass to shatter. And that's what I was worried about. I thought the damn glass was going to shatter. But when he hit me, you know, he just kind of bumped me up. And that Sentra was built so tough, y'all. This shit, like I said, these cars, these 4th generation Nissans and those cars built in the 90s, those shits was built so tough. My car already had the bumper already was leaning off already from like 5 years prior to that when I was living in Statesboro, or no, that was like 8 years prior. And one night, just the same night, I was going to go get some money to go meet with Medieval Hands Will, because I think we were getting ready to meet with him like the next day to go get some green. And I remember I was right there on Fair Road, and it was raining that night, and it was some guy he slid into the back of me and hit my Sentra, and the bumper was hanging off. And I told him don't worry about it, but I could have filed an insurance claim and did all that then. But I told him don't worry about it. And then years later this happened, but the bumper still was leaning bent in that framing where the trunk was, and that was pretty much it. The lights had still worked and everything. And I was shocked. Like, I literally was shocked. Like, that shit literally still was intact. And I was like, wow. Like, I remember I had pulled over, and I fucking got out the car, and I picked up my bumper off the ground. And I remember, like, it was just so fucked up, because everybody was just, like, going on with their normal day. They had just literally seen my ass get fucking hit and ran. And motherfuckers was just going on with their normal day, not even giving a fuck. I'm like, man, that's when I realized, man, Americans are just fucking idiots, man. They really are. Some of these motherfuckers in this country need to suffer. Because I remember I'm literally sitting there with my bumper in my hand. I'm thinking to myself, like, if I call the police right now, I'm going to need a witness. Like, you didn't just see what happened and everybody was trying to ignore me and just go about their business. I'm like, man, this shit's fucked up. And I remember I sat there for a minute and I thought about calling the police, but I was like, man, they may not even believe me because the car already is older. And I remember I had called I called my friend India, and I was like trying to contemplate with her as far as what I should do. And then I was just like, man, fuck it, I'm about to just go back home. And I fucking went back home, dropped off the weed, and then came back and tried to file the report. But then I said, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna just go back the next morning. And I tried to go back and file the next morning. And then, like I said, the next morning I went back to the same spot where it happened. You know, and I had the bumper in my hand. I had all the evidence shown, and I called the police, and I tried to file the report. And I remember it was this Mexican / white guy that had showed up, and it was his token black guy that was behind him. And I remember I was sitting here trying to explain to him exactly what happened and everything. This dude, I'm a working American going to my job. I have no reason to lie to you about this shit. This man sit here trying to, investigate. He sit here talking about well, I see that it's pollen, right here and shit, because it was like the little part where the bumper was hanging off. And, and like I said, it had been like that for years. So, of course, through the seasons, shit's going to be right there. So it was some pollen that was built up there, and it was like the end of May at this time. He's saying, like, I see that some pollen has been here, so this has been like this for a minute. I'm like, bro, that shit was sitting there like that from it collecting because it was already a gap with the fucking bumper that was hanging on there. But once the guy hit me, the shit fell off. I'm like, dude, overall, I don't got no reason to sit here and show up at fucking 11 in the morning. I don't want to show up and do this shit. I don't even really want to see you motherfuckers right now and do this and try to lie to you about all this. And I remember dude was saying, look, like, we think you trying to file a false report. We've seen this a million times. I'm like, I'm pretty sure you have, but I have no reason to lie. And I remember the dude was sitting there saying, look, we about to go in here in the Shell station across the street. And if they don't have a video of this, we gonna say that you filed a false report, and we gonna charge you with that, and that's a felony. I'm like, man, look. And they kept trying to scare me, saying, so do you want to try to file it or not? Because, like I said, if you feel truthful that it happened, then they will be on video. I'm like, okay, well, fuck it, then we'll go ahead and file it. And them stupid motherfuckers never even went in there and checked the video. They were just saying that to try to scare me, because they thought I was stupid and didn't understand that you niggas ain't gonna try to do no real investigation. So that shit sent me on a tailspin. I'm sitting here trying to get video footage of this stuff. I had went to the Shell. They didn't have that shit. And then the Exxon station that it did happen at, they did have the footage. And I had to go wait for like a week to get it, because the guy there was pretty cool. And I still got that damn footage to this day, where it didn't show like the guy hitting me, but it showed my car going by, and that I at least was there at that time at that night. And I verified that, like I said, that shit happened. It was just showing like little bits and bits of it, though. It didn't show like the whole video. But that's when I had realized, man, police don't investigate shit when a crime happens. Like, if it ain't like a murder or some shit they know that's gonna be publicized, them folks ain't gonna investigate a goddamn thing. So if you don't have like your evidence already lined up, then 9 times out of 10, when an accident like that happens, yeah, you're not gonna win that case. You gotta have already the report of what happened. Like, it gotta be clear and evident that you didn't have shit to do with it. Because I remember when the girl hit me on the last month, it was clear and evident, because I filed the report that time. I still got it right here, but I didn't even want to deal with all that shit. But I remember that little girl was scared. I mean, she was 19 years old. You know, she told me she had already been in like 3 accidents. I'm like, damn, like, how the hell you been in this many accidents at that age? And then, like I said, the cop literally knew her. He knew her of an accident she had already got in that same county. So she pretty much was cooked. And he ended up basically writing her a ticket when that shit happened, because it was clear what she had did. And I tried to school her on it. I was like, look, like, when they show up, they gonna goddamn ask what the story is and stuff. So you better have a good story as far as, like, you know, what happened. And she was trying to say all this stuff, and I'm like, look, I'm telling you exactly what the man is gonna say. He gonna show up, he gonna look at your car, he gonna look at my car, and he's gonna determine who was at fault in this situation. And that was exactly what the man did. It was hilarious, because it reminded me when I was 18 years old. And I remember I told y'all this story when I had the sugar cookies, and I was in the Walmart parking lot in Statesboro, and I remember it was an old white man. I'm sitting there trying to eat the damn sugar cookies and shit. Those shits was so good. I remember I wasn't even paying attention, because he driving all slow through the parking lot and stopped. And when he stopped, I thought he kept going, and I boom and had rammed into the back of him. The old white man wanted to file the report, and luckily his wife was there, and that man was going to try to take me through the roof. And I luckily had just went and got cash out that day. I had $200 on me. I said, fuck it, I'm not going to give him what I really need. I said, man, you know what, dude? Like, you could just go to fucking Advanced Auto and get some wax, or I don't know what you could do, but here's $20. Like, just take this and have a nice day. And I got the hell up out of there. I mean, his wife was like, he was like, Edward, I think we're going to be good. I think that it'll be okay. That old white man was fired up. He looked like I had ruined his golf trip or something like that. Like, he looked like this nigga had just ruined my Hilton Head trip for this weekend. I was going to impress my friends with my new Lincoln, and this nigga ruined it. So, like I said, that's the only reason I didn't fall out. So I guess y'all can say your boy Houdini Crossfire kind of look out for the kids, and look out for the future generations, because I could have fried that girl's record. That girl told me she was paying $900 a month in car insurance from all the accidents and stuff she had already got in. I couldn't imagine that. I'm like, man, my record was clean. I actually never have actually reported an accident, but I've been in like 3 or 4 of them. And knock on wood, or laminate in this case. We got real wood right here. I don't get it anymore. Oh yeah, dude, that's a lawsuit. Man, she could sue. She could sue the cleaning company, and she could sue the auto scrubbing company too. Oh, your lawyer gonna know what to do with that situation. Her lawyer gonna know what to do with that. God damn. Oh yeah, that was serious. That was serious. That was pretty serious. And she got fired. Oh Lord, that dude. She gonna probably get like $20,000 out of that. That's emotional distress. That's got the injury bill because that's gonna be high as fuck. Loss of income. I can tell you exactly what the lawyer gonna say. They gonna say loss of income, emotional distress. Um, that's two of them I know for sure. Then you'll have that medical bill. Uh, but those two I know are gonna matter. That's gonna matter the most. Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, I do shit where I'm climbing on roofs and fucking, you know what I'm saying, and dealing with 220 volt electricity, and even I ain't never got injured on no job. That's crazy. Yeah, they not gonna let her come back because she'll be a liability. Definitely not for the same company. Shit, as a matter of fact, my girl India that was living with me, the one I told y'all about that's in the shelter. Shit, she suing she got with the EOC, and she suing her company that she was working for. This old security company was for sexual harassment and other harassment that she was going through with other employees there. Man, it's people that make a living off of that. I remember that's what that guy Charleston White said. He said he literally made a living fucking working at warehouses and getting sued for getting fired for discrimination, and then suing them, getting like $10,000. If you're willing to go through a year of all that, and maybe just, I guess laying low, and saying, and probably just being more financially conservative, shit, yeah, you could probably sue them and get like 10,000, if not more. But me personally, I just don't like dealing with lawyers and insurance people. They fuckers are just crooks. I never liked an insurance person. Never liked insurance, and it's funny because that my dad is in insurance, and my sister work in insurance, like I told y'all, and I think my dad is a fake ass nigga, and my sister, she's fake like him too. They kind of have that same, that same gene, but like I never liked the people that I never liked insurance. I think it's the biggest scam in the world. Like, why am I paying for some shit I'm not using? Why am I paying damn near as much as what the asset that I'm using? Like, why am I paying for that and I'm not even using the shit? You know what I'm saying? It's in case some shit happens. Oh yeah, yeah, she gonna win that. Yeah, the only thing that's gonna be with that, man, is just that injury. Hopefully she'll be able to heal from that, and it's just a temporary concussion and nothing that's gonna be like, long term, brain damage or anything like that. Because with something like that, you could get Alzheimer's. Depending on how severe it is, or you could end up having dementia later on in life. Where you just start having all kind of memory issues. So one thing that she have to do is just of course heal from it, and she definitely gonna have to get some, what's that thing, Argentine L and creatine and L, I think was what it's called. I remember when I was in college, I had wrote a bunch of articles on memory loss and how to support brain memory, and that was one of the supplements I remember that I had to always write about. I take some of that shit today. Hell, I even take it to keep my damn dick hard. So. Yeah, yeah. This literally. Yeah, she gonna win that. It's probably like I said, just gonna take like a year. You know, the lawyer they know what to do in those situations. They know who to contact. They know how to get with the adjusters and all them people and they financing team and come up with the numbers. Like they gonna do all that shit. The only thing they gonna do is make sure that they get as much out of the settlement that they're supposed to get. They're not gonna look out for the client like that. So hopefully she could get a lawyer that'll break the settlement off for her good. But the main thing I feel like when shit like that happens is just getting healed better. The money and all that shit don't even matter as much as your health. Cause I remember one time when I was working at a cleaning job, and I remember I ran into a guy when I was outside picking up trash, and we were just talking, and that man told me he had won. I think he told me like $300,000 off of a settlement he got from working a construction job. But he told me he had fell off a ladder and he fucked his back up. And he, like I said, I wanted to say he was walking around in a cane when I saw him. And, he like said, shit, I'm going to be in that for the rest of my life. I was like, damn, that's a lot of money. He's like, yeah, but shit, I fucked up for the rest of my life. So. Yeah, it's a shame, dude. Like like I said, the police when I ran into that cop that day, first of all, I was so shocked because, like I said, growing up, I'm used to Johnson. You know what I'm saying? I'm used to the white cop. He got the thick, milk mustache. He got the dark tinted glasses. You know what I'm saying? This guy's in his 40s. He's been through like 4 marriages. He got like 5 kids, 4 divorces. You know what I'm saying? This is the kind of Johnson that I'm used to seeing growing up when I'm getting pulled over, saying for any type of illegal activity, or if he's coming to the neighborhood or anything like that. When they kicked in our door that day, that Johnson, he was there. That guy was there. So, like I said, this is 2022. I'm 30 years old, about to be 31 at this time. Yeah, it was literally, like I said, this guy was like in his 20s. He was a kid. And he was a cop. And I'm like, that kind of just threw me off. Because, like I said, I'm like, I'm used to Johnson. But now that I'm older, it's like, these guys are cops now? I'm like, this kid looked like he was in my PE class or something. Like, I'm like, this motherfucker ain't about to serve and protect this shit, no shit out here. I literally remember that when I saw it was that, and then I remember when I got a ticket when I was driving in Forest Park one day, and again it was a kid that pulled me over. This guy looked like he was like Alex's age. You know what I'm saying? He literally had pulled me over, and I'm sitting here, got weed in the car, sitting here again thinking of that Johnson's about to come, like, start sniffing it. Is that a nigger and weed I smell? I'm sitting here thinking it's all that, and it's literally a kid that's showing up. Like, he looked like I said, he about to go to Algebra 3 or some shit like that. Like, I'm like, yeah, like, these cops, like, these guys aren't that intimidating. I'm not saying that Johnson still doesn't exist, but literally, it's like, it's like kids that's like cops. I mean, I even see ads now where they like begging people to be cops. But like, yeah, most of them are like in their 20s, so I'm like, how the hell are they gonna solve any crimes out here? They grew up watching fucking First 48 and shit like that. I grew up watching Unsolved Mysteries. You really think they gonna outsmart me if I commit a crime? Like, really? You said a lady pulled a pistol. Oh man, what happened with that? Yeah, like when I realized that's when I realized, first of all, damn, I'm getting old. When that happened, I'm like, shit, Johnson fucking died, and like I said, he already fucking in hell or heaven right now. Like I'm like, man, we got a new generation of cops, but it's like literally kids now. I'm like, this is crazy. Oh no, I will say that overall, I've never had a bad cop that I dealt with. Like I said, I just was thrown off by the fact how young they were. Cause like I said, growing up down here in the South, Like in the 90s and 2000s, like literally Johnson was the guy. Like every cop that I've ever seen in my life, whether black or white, he still had that Johnson like persona about him. Like I said, it seemed like some guy that was in his fucking 40s, 50s, 5 marriages, you know what I mean? Like, you know, then arrested 100 niggers, and you know, they got about 100 award badges. Like these are the kind of cops I remember seeing. Like these guys were taking their job serious. You know, these were not kids. Like I said, when my door got kicked in, like those guys that were in there that day, yeah, that those were like professional men, you know. You could thank Everyday Struggle for that. Every white cop I've ever seen always call him Johnson. Oh yeah, definitely. Matter of fact, yeah, like Officer Tenpenny, like dude, matter of fact, if y'all ever look up, I'm gonna do a documentary on this guy, but dude, I grew up in Clayton County, and I don't know if y'all ever like research or hear stuff about here in Georgia, but our like incarceration system here is horrible. Like these pretty much be like old jails, inmates be in there living, saying among rats and saying, and they be having like no speedy trial. They just violate constitutional rights. Guys be in there for like fucking traffic tickets, but cases be going for like a whole year, and they sitting in jail for 6 months and shit. Like, and I grew up in Riverdale, and like I said, that's in Clayton County, and I grew up there during the time when it became, because they literally had just did a documentary on there. That guy, I think his name is Tommy V. He had just did a documentary about that jail, but like I said, I grew up in the area, when it became, all that shit. And like I said, it's this one cop that we had down there. His name was Victor Hill. I think Victor Hill actually is on Grand Theft Auto, if I'm not mistaken. I think somebody had actually put him on there as like I don't know if what I had seen one day, I don't know if that was an avatar or a mod that somebody had did, but literally the guy Victor Hill, like if that mod was, or if that really put him in Grand Theft Auto 5, I've never seen it. That guy was a real cop, and he literally was like that in real life. Like, I'm gonna do a documentary on him one day, and it's funny because if you do your research on him, he actually was in federal prison for violating constitutional rights and, like I said, the speedy trial and all this same shit I'm sitting here talking about. And he was literally like Officer Tenpenny in Clayton County, like literally, bro. It's fucking hilarious. His name is Officer Sheriff Victor Hill. He actually is out of prison, and what's funny, he makes YouTube videos now. I see him on Facebook now, and he try to like school people on like how the jail system work and how how to all that stuff. It's just crazy how the guy's like trying to do that now. But when I was growing up, shit, he was like literally, I was hearing stories of him, having those little how like they would show cops in the beginning of the scenes, like where people would have those big old tanks and they would have those batting rams with those little steel like beams that they would have, like going out like 4 feet out the vehicle, and use that, and they'll just ram inside somebody's house. Like that motherfucker was literally using that shit like to stop gangs and shit in Clayton County. Like that dude was literally like Officer Tenpenny. He was far from Hank Hill. Like Victor Hill was far from that. If you want to imagine, matter of fact, he looked like Officer Tenpenny. Like that guy literally was like he was like the fucking like some evil deputy on Red Dead Redemption. Like that dude was like this like corrupt cop. He really was pretty much like a bully sheriff, to be honest. And he had this team, this like task force that they called the Red Dog. And not the Red Dog, damn, what was them niggas' name? It just slipped my mind. But basically that whole unit was just designed to stop like the gang activity that was going on in Clayton County. But yeah, he was a real cop. I like I said, that guy Officer Tenpenny, it was crazy because when the game came out, San Andreas, like that's literally around the time when he had became sheriff in Clayton County, and until they basically had indicted him, and then they pretty much stripped him of his title and sent him to prison. Oh yeah, we definitely gonna stream San Andreas. Like I said, I just been waiting to do that. I don't be really knowing if I want to do the definitive version or if I want to just do a modded version here on this emulator. But we definitely gonna do that. I've been wanting to do Vice City Stories actually because I actually got a file that I've done on there. I just haven't really like gotten far and played it recently. But I beat Vice City Stories back in not Vice City. I beat Vice City Stories, but Liberty City Stories. I beat that like back in the day, but I got a file on there I actually want to do. Yep, that guy was a real cop. So like yeah, when I told y'all all those little crazy stories when I first started streaming back in 2021 and stuff, like I mean that shit was really happening. So that was like the that was the defense for all that. I mean, because when I remember when those two gangs, the Southside Mafia, which was pretty much the little faction that was on our side of Riverdale, and then the Hit Squad faction. That's that faction I told y'all that y'all hear that rapper on Waka Flocka mention and that y'all hear him screaming in all those songs and all that stuff because he was from that side of Riverdale and College Park. So they were all tied to pretty much Crips and folks that was from old school College Park, old Atlanta, that had migrated to that side. I remember they had a gang like issue one time in this park, and this kid had got killed. It was a 4-year-old boy because basically they bet up and some went left, and then it got to be a shooting, and then all the little boy was caught in the crossfire, and that's pretty much when they got Victor Hill had became sheriff because he pretty much was hired to be like this Officer Tenpenny. That was in the summer of 2004. Vice City to me, it wasn't. It was so different from like any other like Grand Theft Auto. Like it really, when I really think about the whole story of it, it really was about basically Tommy trying to build his own thing, but basically trying to get away from the mafia because he was under their control that whole time up there in New York, and did some dirt for them, and then got sent to prison for 15 years. Then he get out, and then he hear about this deal that's going on with Diaz, and then I didn't realize, but they make it seem like it's not really like known because really it didn't look like Vic Vance, but Vic Vance technically gets killed in the beginning in that deal that goes wrong with Diaz, and then Sonny Forelli loses his money and shit like that, like. Oh hell yeah, Cloak man. Good night, man. Yeah, we gonna be here next time. We gonna be here in a couple of days. I'm about to jump on this Resident Evil now. Yeah, it was just good talking. I was just thinking about all that, man. But yeah, but Vice City really was all different from all of them. It was basically not Tony, but what's his name? Yeah, Tommy trying to get the money back and then build his own shit and get away from the mafia. Oh yeah. Hold on, what? No, I gotta pass this. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, shit. San Andreas, I want to say is like one of the best selling games ever. Like like on all consoles. Like that shit is like up there with like past Pac-Man and fucking Mario and shit like that. I think that shit's like one of the best selling games ever. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how, but that game got really popular, dude. Oh, what a frame rate's fucking up. Yeah, San Andreas was really you know why I think it was really popular, honestly, because at that time it was so much shit you could do in that game that you couldn't ever do in previous games. Like you could swim, you could fucking ride bikes, you could break in houses, and yeah, it just was a lot of shit you could do in that game that you couldn't ever do in other Grand Theft Autos. I think that's why it was so big, and then the plot behind it was good. Yeah, it was a really to me. I don't feel like to this day they've topped it. You know, I'm gonna be real. I don't think they've topped it to this day. Yeah, but that lawsuit, Alex, that's crazy, man. Used to always think that, man, hopefully one day I could get injured or something like that and get $1 million when I would hear those commercials. Now I wouldn't dare want that to happen. This is where I came from.
Need a ride, handsome?
Like he was trying to get more than a ride from her. The way he was talking, the way he sounded. Nigga sounded relieved that he didn't hear a woman's voice. Shit, after fighting Salazar and all that crazy shit. I mean, shouldn't he get a little bit of relief?
Got some business to take care of. See you I hate to break it out to you, but Salazar's dead. Yeah, it seems that way. Sadler, why don't you give up and let Ashley go home? Perhaps you are disillusioned with overconfidence.
Hello, female drivers. How was Leon driving better than her that whole time? And he was driving on one hand at the last minute. Yeah, and Leon is fucking becoming a zombie. Damn. And got Ashley still screaming in his ear. I'm pretty sure he still got that voice permanently in his fucking eardrum. And literally, when I knew I wasn't tripping. Fuck. Man, Leon probably gonna need some Viagra because from hearing that shit in his ear. So that shrill just immediately just gives you ED. Fuck. Ah, you motherfucker. How does this remind you of Spain? Hearing these bastards just speak Spanish all day? Yeah, I know Portugal is like, probably they don't even have like adequate water there and shit. Based on how America make it seems. Or American media. Fuck, man. I didn't even realize my health was low. Guess I gotta use a shotgun with him. Take a lot of health. Ah. Yeah, it really is, dude. This graphics card be kicking ass. Yeah, I gotta give it to you for this one. And then this monitor just makes it perfect because I swear, like, it looks so crystal clear with this monitor. Damn. Here we go. Oh, hell yeah, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, because this one definitely been kicking ass. I don't think I'll ever use another TV again, to be honest. I'm gonna save it at this point because I don't like fighting this motherfucker. Yep, we coming along, man. We coming along. We are coming along. You got no goodies behind? Oh, damn. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. There's starting to be a lot of these motherfuckers now. There we go. Starting to be a lot of you motherfuckers now. You got the archers. Guess we're gonna do it like Biggie. We just stick and move, stick and move. Treat it like boxing. Stick and move, stick and move. Fuck. You ain't leaving one behind now. Ah, you just had to come out, didn't you? Alright, I got something for you. Since you ain't got too much action rifle since your last battle, let's test your accuracy now. You're gonna need it in a minute. Villagers are spawning everywhere. Hell yeah. Well, you know they already out in Statesboro. It's like the villagers are just so common down there. Even during the day, they out. There we go. Let's see, did I get everything? I believe so. Yeah, they either doing that or they just go, They really get like that when there ain't no liquor in the fucking county line. It's like what, about 100 miles away. That place was so behind. Shit. It's so early, but it feels so late. Fuck. Ah, you trying to kill me. Ain't gonna let it happen. See, where do I go from here? Fuck. Damn. Ah. Bro, look. Look at him and then look at me. Oh, I got something for you, buddy. Fuck it. Damn. Thought I was gonna get both of them. Damn it. Perfect. Ah! He got me on that one. Damn. He's trying to do that away from him. Man. Damn. Ooh, that was perfect. He pulled that thing out at the perfect time. I was damn sure running out of ammo. Lucky some like too. Cause damn, I don't got no handgun bullets. It's perfect timing. I think that's everything, so I need to get out of here.
Welcome. Rare. What are you selling?
What are you selling now? I think I might need some health too, cause that's damn sure never in abundance in this game. Oh yeah, man, we still here. We still there. Y'all know when I stream, I'm in this shit for hours. Yeah, man. I hope everything go well with that settlement, though, man. You know that your market get better, cause yeah, that's definitely unfortunate, especially to have an injury at work. That's why every job I've ever had, I always try to move as slow and as careful as possible, because I always knew like I didn't want to deal with that. Because some people say it's good, you know, to go through the settlement and all that, and it's in some cases, depending on your situation, it's all right. But shit, if you gotta deal with most of the expenses on your own, or you don't have that financial support, like it's a nightmare then.
What are you buying?
Oh, come on, man. Oh my god. I don't even got too many of these. Catch it for you, feel you bastards like that. All right, I think we get into one of my favorite parts of the game now, because I've been noticing they giving me a lot of rifle ammo, and I know why. use too many rifle bullets, but it may not hurt to use a few. Where was he at?
Ashley. Amateurs. Just hang in there, Ashley. I'm coming for you.
Alright. I don't think I need a map for this. Let's use our game memory. This music sounds pretty cool. I think I just went in the wrong door. Yeah, I did. I thought I killed him. Yes, I did. Fuck. Alright, now I'm ready to do this. Damn it. Oh, y'all trying to set me up for that shit to come off your head. You. I knew it. Oh yeah, I got more than enough shotgun ammo. Save this. Shit, I can do with it now. Okay, then a merchant. That's good. Okay, I damn sure need to see you, bro.
Got some rare. What are you
You have
buying?
any health? I need some health. There we go.
Is that- Thank you. What are you buying?
Let's see. I could buy another gun, but I don't really need one.
Is that all? Thank you. What are you selling? What are you selling? Is that all? Thank you. What are you buying? Is that? Thank you.
All right, let's do it. Let's get it. They really do. Yeah, Victor Vance, Victor Hill. Let me think. Wasn't it a Victor in Grand Theft Auto 5? I never really played GTA 5 like that. It's ironic because the name Victor makes you think of the term victorious, but it's the total opposite of the characters that you really do hear about out here. That's funny you caught on to that because I didn't really even think about that. these two niggas want to play this game. That motherfucker again. Bitch. Sit back, let my shit reload. Dude, I swear to God, that dude was literally Officer Tenpenny. Like, I'm not bullshitting. Damn. I can force my way in. This game really is like a movie, it feels like. Operating room. Let's take a round of this. Oh yeah, this is where we get to see my boy. Yeah, I'm not gonna try to fight him. It's gonna take too much ammo. If he get in my way, I will blast his ass. This motherfucker creeped the hell out of me when I first seen this. Yeah, I'm not gonna try to fight him. I'm gonna have to get that scope first. Fuck. Move, go, go, go. Damn. Fuck. Damn, I'm trying to figure out what the fuck do I go? Dang. They got frozen with the damn parasites in there. It's gotta be a shitty room to be fighting this thing, man. It's cold in there, it's slippery. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can barely see. This is a dope ass scene. What the fuck are those? Oh my god, that sound. Okay, I don't want to fight him in this fucking room. Fuck. Sound like it's two of them. Am I tripping, y'all, or do it sound like it's two of them? I don't want to find out. Man, that shit sound like it's getting close. Bro, get up. What the fuck? Oh, shit! I knew I wasn't tripping. I think this might be one of my favorite enemies in any video game I've ever played because it's like this is some scary shit, boy. And there's one more of them in that lab room. I have to go take him out. Ah! Damn! Get up! Get your ugly ass up, man! Hey, I need some of them meds too. What they got in there? Yeah, they really did their thing with the regenerator. Oh shit. I supposed to press that? I don't know. Shut up, bitch. What car key? I'm trying to remember what card reader am I supposed to run into? You have to be on this floor. Damn. That's a cheap shot. I guess what's fair when you a zombie. No, okay, that's good. At least it's starting back here. Oh yeah, it definitely gets rough for sure, for sure. But not as bad as Resident Evil 1 and 2. Y'all gonna see how well I can struggle in that later on. Damn. What? Come on, man. Like, god damn. I didn't even see the motherfucker there. Man, he got a long ass reach. Damn, I think the generator is in one of these rooms. I know it is because the music just stopped. all the enemies y'all seen on this game so far, which one would y'all say is y'all favorite? Because I think the Regenerator is mine. I ain't never seen an enemy like that. Boy, fucking specimen inside a petri dish. The chainsaw guy? Really? You know, I was terrified of him when I first played this, but when I ran into that Regenerator, and it's like the way you gotta kill him and that breathing, and when he started gnawing on your neck, and he moves kind of fast too, like that really had threw me off guard. I will never forget when my homeboy Donatello Green, when I was in living in Riverdale, he had gave me the magazine for this when I was trying to beat it at the time, because I didn't know anybody that had this game. He was the only person I knew, you know, in the hood pretty much that played these type of games. Like everybody else just played sports games and shooting games and fighting games, but shit that made you think people steered away from. But he was the only one that played Resident Evil. And I remember he gave me the strategy guide for this, and I saw the article where it talked about the Regenerator, but I really didn't even know what to expect when we ran into this part. And I tried to kill him that first time, I remember, with the shotgun, and I wasted so much ammo. And then not realizing I had to have that thermal scope. But the chainsaw guy, yeah, he terrified me when I first played this. But it's just something about that Regenerator. Ah, Where did I hear her at? It was right here, wasn't it?
Leon.
You okay? Come on, let's get out of here.
Damn. So they're responsible for me and her now. Great. Whoa.
Follow me.
Hey. Alright, man, this is ridiculous, dude. Come on now. Mm. Yeah, I was trying to get her to run, but I was scared she was gonna run into somebody. Rather my health, her health be full than mine. So at least I got a gun. Oh, come on, bro.
Looks like this is it.
Oh, it stinks.
Sure does.
No way, Leon.
Way.
Are you out of your mind?
I knew you'd be fine if you landed on your butt.
You... What is this?
Come on, let's go.
What is that thing?
All right, get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Wait. Hi.
Shit. This motherfucker almost had me, man. Wait, it's another one? Fuck. Save it right here. Give me just a second, y'all. I gotta take a piss. I was telling Cloaked and Gage, Alex, earlier, like I had promised y'all, I would say probably starting in February. Um, I'll just probably post my Gmail account email, and from there, y'all can message me directly. And what I'll probably start doing soon, once y'all message me y'all's address and information and stuff, I'll just ship out the merchandise I was showing you in the last stream. Cause y'all pull up every stream anyway, so it ain't like it's no trivia and no shit you gotta do and all that. So really that same merchandise, I'll start shipping that stuff out probably within like a month. Just make sure I just check my email and see like when y'all respond or whatever, then I'll just email y'all back to confirm when it was shipped and when it's supposed to arrive and all that stuff. Yeah, it really does. Yeah, if you get really good at this game like this, I just realized the soldiers are much harder to kill, and they leave less ammo and less resources behind than the villagers. Really? Ain't like I'm putting a bomb inside the package. I mean, it's just gonna be some shirts and wristbands and shit like that. Hell yeah. Yeah, I noticed. Yeah, the soldiers leave less money behind and less ammo because I'm getting way less handgun ammo for whatever reason. On the center information, I should say it came from Houdini Crossfire. She was like, "Who in the hell is that?"
Look, there's a gate here.
Man, these motherfuckers. Oh, come on, man. Damn, I was trying to give her that. Right. Damn, that's another regenerator? Come on, bro. It's enough for you bastards. Fuck. Ah! Damn, he almost had me. It's like he be getting close, man.
Follow me.
What the fuck, man?
Wait.
That's a cool ass enemy, man.
Follow me.
Guess I'll give this to her. Here's what I was looking for.
Leave it to me, Leon.
Wait. Wait.
Damn, I mean, you know. Okay, I didn't know which door was I supposed to go in. There we go. That's the one I was looking for.
Welcome. Got a selection. What are you selling?
Oh yeah, definitely. Especially with those regenerators.
Is that all? Thank you. What are you buying?
What's 60,000? Oh, this.
Is that all? Thank you.
I totally forgot you could buy a vest on here.
Is that? Thank you. What are you buying?
Honest to say, I totally forgot about that vest.
Leave it to me, Leon.
Damn. Yeah, it's definitely generic music. What? I gotta look after her too? Man, come on, man.
I'm leaving it to you.
Save it right here. was talking about me having a bunch of close calls. I almost had a close call on that one. Yeah, really. I've been keeping her alive though. That's for certain. I think a lot of times she's died. I accidentally killed her.
Welcome. Got a selection of what are you selling? Is that all? Hey, what are you buying? What are you buying? Is that all, Spring? Thank you.
I think I might stream a little bit longer and probably call it a day. And I'll jump back on definitely on Friday or Saturday for sure. It's been a good stream so far.
I can feel them growing ever so strongly inside you. Settler! Perhaps you can resist, but you cannot disobey. Come to me, Ashley.
Yeah, those spiders finally hatched. That boy Victim on. What's going on, man? Shit. Man, I was just chilling, man. Just trying to maintain as usual. You been doing alright?
It's already begun.
That boy easy in the building. Yeah, I hear you, man. Shit, same here. Shit, I actually had moved out to Conyers and got a little duplex. Oh, you bought the remake or you playing the original? I know you remember when we had first got this shit. When it had first came out. Man, shit, ain't nothing much, man. You know. Oh yeah, yeah. We gonna play that remake soon. Shit, I had emulated this, so I might have to get the remake on Steam. But hopefully this PC is strong enough to run it. If not, we gonna probably play it on my friend's PC. Yeah, with the remake, it's like the enemies are way faster and the AI is like much smarter than they are in this one. But it ain't nothing like this original. This shit was hard as fuck. Yeah, yeah, man. I still need to get me a PS5.
What's the news on our friend Leon?
He's not making it easy.
I think it's just probably better to just build a PC rather than get a system, but
Our little game,
they do make the games exclusively.
just so we understand.
Oh hell yeah, shit. You know, I got this shit on here too. I got all them games emulated.
If you try to do anything,
Like I said, soon I'm gonna do a stream where I'm gonna show all the classics of that.
You know, I'm in
We soon gonna be streaming certain movies I'm not gonna get copy stricken for.
if you did,
Shit, I was telling some of these boys like I'm gonna send out merch that I got for the little Scorpio&Sebek channel. Like it's a bunch of those stuff I'm gonna be doing honestly real soon. Especially since we in a new year. But definitely yeah, that old school Resident Evil 2. Some little shit. And then we gotta stream the original one too. We never played that one back in the day, the first Resident Evil, but that one is really old school. Closer. Oh crap. Oh wow, for real? Yeah, I guess so. But you know, I've been streaming this since November, since I moved in this duplex. I've been just, trying to like I just been trying to record my streams to where I show it from the beginning to the end. You know, more make it more like a journey type. Anyway. Alright, damn. Where are you motherfuckers? Yeah, it's always gonna be time for Resident Evil. To be honest, I would like to just stream all of them, or at least all the ones I know we played back in the day. But I definitely want to show y'all Resident Evil 1, the director's cut. That one is probably one of the most gruesome ones. It's straight weapons conserving and puzzle solving. You just doing all that in that game. You know, it's funny when I was just watching that Money Talks the other day too. It always killed me in that scene. When he was fucking he was like, you know, and as far as Victimo, that's not Victimo, Junior. He started speaking Italian and shit. They just don't make shit like that no more. Oh, you got the remake on there? Oh, you got the physical copy. Shit, I'm surprised they even still do that anymore. I didn't even know they had a physical copy of Resident Evil. I thought all that stuff was digital. That's what's up. Yeah, that's pretty much why I would probably get a PS5 is just to have the physical copies. But then again, it's like, you know, I mean, when I first moved over here, dude, I still got all the tapes and DVDs and stuff from back when we were kids. Like, I still got all that stuff, and I'm sure you still got your stuff too. Man, I literally, that takes up like literally a third of my room. So the mere fact that you could pretty much conserve all them video games on one external hard drive like I got right now. Yeah, it's really like it's space conservative to do that. That's why I don't even really like buying physical stuff no more. But you do want it because if it's ever something to happen, at least you know you got that physical copy. Because I literally got some DVDs that I know for sure, and some movies that I know for sure you cannot find online because I've tried. So I will say that in that regard, it does help to have those physical copies. Yeah, that's crazy. You always kept really good care of your stuff, so you know your stuff will last forever. So my name's Victimon. Oh, yeah. Cause he had to with the black lady with Diane. Yeah. He's you're Italian. That fucking movie was hilarious, man. That's no Victimon Jr. Oh shit. Yeah. Damn, it's hard to see them. kind of sidetracked me. Where was I going? Okay, I came here, I got that. I was leaving here. I think I was going here. I don't remember this elevator. Oh shit, I'm not ready for this cutscene. Mo? Oh yeah. Yeah, shit. I tried to hit him up on Facebook. I don't know what be going on with bro. Man, I ain't hooped and did none of that shit in so long. I'm far from retired from that. I'm retired from playing basketball.
Krauser. I died in the crash 2 years ago. Is that what they told you?
Yeah, I hit him up on Facebook. Like, I don't know what maybe he don't be on there like that. I'm not sure.
After all, you and I
Me and Chaz, we gonna pull up down there real soon though. We had just went to Ryan's studio about 2 weeks ago. Saw him.
the sample Sadler developed, that's all. Leave Ashley out of this. Oh, I needed her to buy Sadler's trust in me. Like you, I'm American.
Yeah. Send me his number. Matter of fact, just send it to me on Messenger.
You got her involved just for that?
Fuck. Damn, man. I ain't mean to do that. He still be in Palisades?
You got her involved just for that? All for umbrella's sake. Umbrella. Almost let it slip. Enough talk. Die, comrade.
Oh, okay, that's what's up.
Ada. Wow, this bitch in the red dress.
Looks like we have the upper
Bitch in the red dress.
You may be able to prolong your life, but it's not like you can escape your inevitable death, is it?
You knew each other?
More or less. Maybe it's about time you told me the reason why you're here.
Maybe some other time.
this right here. What you were saying? What didn't stop, Alex? I got so sidetracked during those little cut scenes. This part was pretty cool. I remember this. I try to do it at least once a week. You know, I've been kind of slacking, you know, in the last couple of weeks, but I try to stream at least like once or twice a week. So I would say just try to, you know, stay tuned at least in that regard, because we definitely gonna be doing a lot more streams this year. That's the main reason I really moved out here to Conyers, was to start streaming again, because I was staying with my mom out there at Stone Mountain, and you know she ain't got the space out there, and plus I can't really, you know, be as loud and have the certain, you know, privacy and comfort I want, like, you know, being in my own space. So you know, that was one of the main reasons I came out here. But I'm gonna try to get on at least once a week. I mean, I don't really have a choice now. Oh yeah, making physical games. You're right. I thought they stopped, honestly. Oh fuck! Damn. And then usually when I stream, I'm usually gonna try to do it. I'm gonna try to start a little earlier. I know that, you know, probably be better to start around like 8 o'clock or something like that. But I don't mind streaming later either, because I'm usually up late. Oh yeah. Oh, so what, would you work a second shift or a third shift? Yeah, like usually when I get on, I usually try to post on my channel. So I don't know if YouTube send out the notifications or not. But yeah, I could definitely at least text you and let you know. Yeah, this shit is kind of confusing. Ah, shit. Or midday. Oh yeah, that's not bad. So basically, around the time you'll be getting ready to kind of wind down and get off, that's really when I'll be getting on. So probably around like 8 o'clock, 8:30 or something like that. Oh shit. That was pretty cool. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, man. I say shit. Just don't work yourself to death, and don't try to go outside your boundaries at that job, Alex. Because that's a nasty injury. 'Cause even just the other day when I was working, man, it was cold as hell outside, and I was cleaning some gutters, and and I hadn't really been outside in the cold in a minute, like really working and stuff. So when you touching cold, wet stuff, and then you touching that all day and trying to move, and pick up a whole bunch of mulch and leaves and shit like that. That shit, gets cold as hell in your hand, man. My hand had like the worst frostbite the other day. That shit was bad. Felt like it was. I was in like so much pain. I'll never forget when I was younger one time and it was snowing outside, and I was cold as hell. And I remember because we not from the north, so we not used to snow. So when it fucking snowed, I came in and I was trying to get warm. The first thing I thought about was to fucking fill up the tub with hot water and immediately jump in the tub. And man, I did that. That was the worst shock and pain I ever felt in my life, and that shit was excruciating. Worst pain I ever felt. And I remember my hands felt like that yesterday. But that day, my whole body felt like that. I remember I was crying. I was in so much pain. That's when I was like 10 years old. But man, you just got to be careful at these jobs. I got all kind of cuts and burns and bruises and stuff on me from doing maintenance. I mean, this construction is probably like the least safest job you could do. Oh yeah, I remember this boss.
Welcome. Got some rare. What are you selling? Is that all? Thank you. What are you buying?
Damn, I don't have enough. Ain't worth it. Yeah, I think I got far enough for tonight. So when we come back, like I said, I'll be back on maybe either Friday or Saturday. Hell, I might even jump on tomorrow, depending on how things go. But like I said, if I do jump on tomorrow or whatever day, I'll post it. And for folks that that I personally know, I'll just let y'all know. And like I said, just try to look out between like 8 and 8:30 for any posts that if YouTube don't send the notifications out. But I'll definitely get on probably then tomorrow. I mean within the next couple of days, either Friday or possibly tomorrow, whatever. But yeah, I say everybody just stay tuned. Look out for that and other stuff I'm gonna have coming on. Peace out. Oh shit.